I feel cleansed. Whew. All right, we can move on.
Push all this feminism on you.
Let's talk. So, if you can't tell, it's spooky season, and we are ready.
The best time of the year.
Yes, it is. Woo! Yes. So we've got some spooky stuff around here. We're doing themed. It's a little early. Just a little.
I feel like it's never too early because for Christmas, it'd be November and they're like, jingle bells.
Yeah,
so no,
Mariah
we can
Carey.
start it.
Yeah, they're already threatening us with Mariah Carey.
It is a threat.
So you'll see a few episodes with us with a little bit of costume going on.
It'll escalate though as time goes on. We have hats for now, but we're going to go all in. Okay.
Yes.
Because it's Halloween.
Yes. Okay. So for our first Halloween themed, we're going The Craft.
Yes.
So we are going to be talking about The Craft and The Craft Legacy.
Yes.
All right. You ready?
I am. Are
Let's
you?
do this. So I loved The Craft.
Me too.
When it came out in 96.
I loved it when I watched it.
Exactly. And so I was really, really excited just with everything that goes on this show. Like the fact that you actually like the things that I remember liking at your age.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The fashion, first off. And we love anything that showcases outcasts.
Yes.
Because,
exactly.
I mean, we are outcasts.
On the fringes.
Right?
Yes.
So it was an enjoyable movie in that sense. And also for women with powers, and they wore all black, and I was like, this is cool, right? Because we are the same people.
Exactly.
So it was a no-brainer.
Yes. So when we compared and contrasted and just watched both movies, the thing I think that really stood out to us is how Legacy was modernizing the story of The Craft.
Definitely.
And so did you want to start there?
I did. Okay. So I wanted to start off by saying that I know certain movies in the 90s were semi-problematic because some things that, just a smidge, because some things that are not acceptable today were back then. So I can't take my modern brain and apply it to those movies, but we can appreciate how they revised those same things in the new movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
when I saw that Legacy was written and directed by a woman, it really gave me a little bit of hope that I was like, okay, well, maybe some of the problematic elements of just making a movie in the 90s would addressed.
Yes, and they were.
Yes.
I think I had, three main reasons how they revised it.
Great.
For starters, in the original movie, the women turned against each other. Which it's like, why does that always have to be the case?
Yes.
We could have a common enemy, but they turned against each other and they became enemies. And at the end of the movie, they weren't close like that anymore.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because I've talked about my love of female relationships and friendships. And I really get upset when female relationships break up, more so than romantic relationships.
Definitely.
Especially if they're as close as they were in The Craft.
Yeah.
Because they did everything together.
Exactly.
And so having them turn on Sarah at the end and literally try to kill her.
Which, dark. There could be another way, right?
But it worked for the movie at the time. And how Nancy had said that if this were a regular coven, they would have killed her because she turned against them. And so they were going with the flow.
They were going with it. Glad they did it. And she realized she was powerful and she was able to stand up, which also female empowerment. Love it. But the way they changed that in Legacies is that they really just didn't do that. They had a common enemy, which was this warlock, and it wasn't each other. And that wasn't the case. It wasn't
witches.
Yeah. Change the W to a B. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they had a common enemy and a common goal, so they didn't really turn their sights on them. They were sort of a little frictiony when it came to her using her powers, Lily, like in the wrong way. But that was it. It wasn't like we abandon you completely, we try to kill you. It wasn't like that.
No. In fact, what they did was they bound each other and themselves and saying, okay, we're using our magic in the wrong way. And so we're not just going to try to bind Lily like they did in The Craft. They just bound Sarah. They said, we're going to bind all of us because clearly we don't have have it together enough to be able to do magic. And I thought that was
solid.
That was a great way to modernize.
Yeah. And solid character development and self-reflection. They were able to identify that they were problematic too.
Yes.
Because everybody in the original movie had problems.
They did, but nobody acknowledged those.
No one did. So that was crazy.
Yeah. And you're talking about the problems that they each had. I just wanted to address something so funny because we talk about being on the fringes and, the outcasts, and The Craft, the original, was very much this group of girls who were cast out before Sarah even got there.
Right.
And one was insane. I mean, just put it lightly.
Just a little.
One had been through some things and she had scars. And so high school kids can be so mean. And so, of course, they're going to put her on the fringes. And one was black. And I was just like,
that was it?
Oh, okay.
Nothing else about her screamed outcast. Like, she was the only one who wore the uniform correctly. I was like, she's normal.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, she's black, so she's an outcast.
And so to put my perspective on it, when in the 90s, it was low-hanging fruit. And so you saw it in the movie a lot. They went after people for their gender, for their race, and it was very overt.
Yeah.
And so to say that, because I didn't see any other black people.
Not much
in the school. So shout out to other onlys out there. I know what it feels like to be the only one in the class, the only one in the school, the only one at the job. So she was, of course, the outcast because she was the only one.
Right.
And also she was being targeted by that horrible, horrible girl who was so racist.
So racist and mean. So when her hair fell out, I was like, for sure.
Yeah, I was not mad at that at all. It was just like,
oh, well.
Oh. And then tried to put on that horrendous wig.
Yeah, the wig was terrible.
And come over to Rochelle like, hey, how you doing?
How
it's like,
are you doing? No, step away from me.
Yeah.
I don't need you. God. Yeah, no.
Stay away from an open flame because that wig was, whew.
Oh, man.
It would have gone up.
I was thinking the same thing. Just a little lighter.
Just a little woof, woof.
Because what if? I mean, imagine.
I mean, and if we're going to talk about wigs, can I just, an aside real quick?
Yes.
Okay, so I love this movie so much. But since the first time that I watched it, Sarah's wig made me irrationally angry.
It wasn't her fault.
It wasn't. And so after some research, we find out that she was doing another movie that she finished right before, and she had to shave her head.
Yes.
So it wasn't her fault. They threw a wig on her, and the 90s wigs ain't got nothing on
and
today's
her lack of
wigs.
Edges is so funny. She looked like an egg with a wig on it. It was crazy.
Yes. And so I have forgiven everybody with the original movie.
You forgiven?
I have. When I say irrationally, I'm not playing. I was like, why does her hair look like that?
No.
It was terrible wig. So
they did their best.
I feel cleansed. All right,
Release
we can move on.
Okay. Well, the second thing I also wanted to point out was that they had a trans character in there, and it wasn't primarily the only thing that she had to offer.
No.
It just added to her personality, but it wasn't her only identity.
Yes,
you know?
Lourdes.
Yes, and I just appreciate that because if you see trans characters in the past, they were always just...
It was their full identity.
The stereotypical, and also they would sometimes make them very creepy, like they weren't human. It's like, no. People.
Exactly.
Normal people with interesting stories to offer. So, yeah, I appreciated that, them adding just a revival of that.
Just a little bit. I mean, it's a normal school. And that's the thing. When I watch a movie and it's set in LA or New York, and there's no diversity as far as what people look like and where they come from. That really frustrates me because that's not realistic at all.
It's not.
And so they were in a small town and they still were able to show a trans character, a Black character, Latinas. Like we had lots and lots going on.
Yeah.
And I was read an article from the director, and there was a storyline that got cut because there's thing that's called Kill Your Darlings. It's the screenwriting. Don't worry.
That's dark.
Don't worry.
Can we talk about how dark screenwriters are? Right?
We can. And it's great because we give you all this amazing stuff. It has to come from somewhere.
Yeah. Concerning. Concerning.
Anyway, so she was like, she recognized that she had to cut a lot to be able to fit it in. It was a short movie. It wasn't 2 hours long.
No, yeah.
And so a lot of character work got dropped.
Okay, yeah.
And so that character, Lourdes, she actually comes from a family of witches. And she learned it from her grandmother. So if you remember when the movie first started, she was the one who was more like leading the girls on how they should do things. Baby, don't do that. Let's try this. Let's do that. Because she was raised that way.
This was her life. See, I don't like that because that insight and that background can really just add to the characters, because I already had felt that we didn't really know them.
Yes.
Not as much as in the original movie. We went home with them. We understood why that they wanted to make these certain changes with the spell and with conjuring that guy. But like, we didn't go home with these girls. We don't really know them.
Except for the one.
Yeah. And
Lily.
it just felt kind of imbalanced in that case, because why should I care? And I know that's harsh, but we have to know them to care.
That's 100. No, that is the most important thing when you're storytelling is character. We have to know who these people are, because the movie can be okay.
Right.
It could be Ryan Reynolds stuck in a coffin for an hour and a half.
Oh my goodness.
But it is character, and we fell in love with the character. We know exactly who he is, why he's stuck there, what's going on. So everything else can fall away as long as you have character.
Absolutely.
And so that, I think, maybe if you've seen reviews, that might have contributed to some of the low reviews that we saw online.
Now that you mention reviews, I was curious because I believe, okay, hold on. I'm going to review my notes real quick. So the original Craft was 57% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Legacy was 47%. So way worse.
Interesting.
I know. I was
and like, also what?
I know. I know, but usually our cult classic movies and stuff, they fall between 70% and like 80%.
Yeah, they're not mainstream. And I get it. And I don't look to reviews to feel like what I should be watching, how much I should like something. You know, they said witches, they said girls. I was like, I'm here for it.
I'm
and
sad.
we did our own opinion.
Amen. But while I was scrolling through the public reviews on Legacy, I found one that really stuck out. And I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Since you decided to make it public, let's make it publicer.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm nervous, but I'm ready.
I swear it's nothing like inappropriate or anything, but it's just like interesting. So Anonymous, you're lucky it's Anonymous, is 2 stars for the movie. Which I've never in my whole life rated it 2 stars. Anything 2 stars.
No, because we go into movies wanting to like them.
like it, which is crazy. But they said, quote, "It's a poorly made remake. The characters are super woke, and it's an overly buy hard to put in all the wokeness it can muster," which that is what he said. So it doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
Queeve eye roll.
Queeve?
What does queeve mean?
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes you just want to be entertained, not indoctrinated. Way to ruin a cult classic. So here's my thing.
Let's get into it. Let us get into it.
My thing is that I'm all for remakes and I'm all for them doing horribly, because so what? People can have whatever take they want on whatever they want it to be. Like whatever meaning you want, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And we all have different opinions, so you might hate it, but someone else might like it. So that alone. And also, we need to stop acting like the first movie was like Interstellar. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We love the movie because we love it, but we don't love it because it was like the best cinematography ever, the best writing ever, the best everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't ignore that the first movie had problems because this was a quote. You know, this is LA. We should be learning Mexican.
Oh,
so,
yes. Yeah. Yikes.
So your cult classic has issues, buddy. And I'm not saying that to dump on the movie.
Right.
But saying that one movie is bad because it changed the things about another movie is crazy.
Well, all it did was make it current. And so like you said in the beginning, that there's certain things, there was casual racism, there was sexism, misogyny, there was all of these things that weren't okay, but they were widely accepted. You wouldn't get canceled. You wouldn't, get sent to the principal's office. He said that right in front of the teacher, and the teacher didn't even say a thing.
Blink.
Exactly. So that's what was going on in the 90s, and this is what's going on now. And there is no world where you make a movie now with 4 teenage girls and they're all white and they're all straight.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you.
If you didn't like it, will.
You still have the original. It's not like it went anywhere.
Right. Go rewatch it as many times as you like. But it's just, that's so problematic because just because we don't accept the bad things in society anymore doesn't make that a bad thing.
Right.
And it's not woke. It's just inclusive or whatever you want to talk like.
Inclusive is a good word. I like inclusive.
So that was an interesting review. And I was like, okay.
Yes. All righty then.
I know.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like,
she's like, I had to get that off my chest.
I had to talk about it because that review was crazy. But yes.
I love that. So I was looking also in different ways that Legacy modernized the craft with the relationship with the jerk boy. In everything that we have talked about, there's always a jerk boy, right?
Always.
So the jerk boy in the craft name was Chris, and he wanted to get with Sarah, and he kissed her. And when he wanted to take her home, she said no. And he acted like it was okay. And then he told the entire school that they slept together and that she was horrible.
Right.
And so that was him being a jerk and treating her terribly when she confronted him at school and everything. And then also his little lackeys, his best friends, were terrible people. And so in the new movie, the worst thing that can happen to a teenage girl happened. She was in class and she got her period and it dripped on the floor.
Oh my God. Also, girl, like,
go to the doctor.
Because
Oh my God. Yeah. And then the other girl, what was her name? Frankie. And she was like, girl, you have heavy flow.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
Nothing.
That was insane though.
So there was a boy in class who noticed it and called her out in front of everybody and then made jokes about it. And so that felt more modern only because I mentioned low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
It's really great to watch new movies now and see that the bullies, I mean, you got to have a bully sometime.
Always.
But the bullies are finding new ways to bully people.
Yeah. Like,
instead of just,
how are you getting creative?
You have glasses. You're a nerd. You are overweight. You are a woman. You are black. Whatever the thing was, it was so easy to do. And now it's like, okay, she bled all over the place. I understand that being something that would be a target, versus just the fact that she has a period.
Yeah.
Because she's a woman.
God.
I know. But Tommy was our new bully.
Timmy? I thought it was Timmy.
Was it Timmy or Tommy? Oh my God.
It doesn't matter.
It's Timmy.
It doesn't matter.
He was a jerk. Tommy was a jerk.
Timmy Tommy.
And so they did a spell on him and made it so he was no longer misogynistic. Like they took that away from him. And all of a sudden, he was the most delightful,
wonderful
character.
Loved
he
him.
became my favorite character.
Yeah.
He wanted to have discussions about feminist issues. He fought for them when a guy said something that was terrible to them.
Yeah.
He made a playlist
Yeah.
of all the, these girl power songs. And it wasn't in the creepy, like, I'm trying to be a feminist way. Like, he was very clearly like, I'm a feminist now.
Yeah.
Overnight, he was a feminist.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was the most hilarious way to get back at a bully.
Yeah. Like, push all this feminism on you. Paint your nails, all of that.
All of that.
Live
And
it.
when they walked into the class, into the lunchroom, and it was all the girls,
no,
and
but
then him
on the side. Chef's kiss.
That was a good one.
Chef's kiss. But real, because we all want all boys to act like that.
We need more green flags.
Yes. And we mean green flags. You can be straight and still be a green flag.
Imagine that.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Just be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Be safe.
If anybody ever wonders why people love Pedro Pascal so much, it's because he appears to be, I don't know him,
but he appears to be the greenest
of green flags.
Lime green flag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's about feeling safe around somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why girls tend to link up with other girls, the girls, not the ones that prescribe to the patriarchy, but the girls, they love other girls because they feel safe there. And if you can be a male and provide that for people, that's great.
Then absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what Timmy Tommy did.
Timmy Tommy. Okay, so Timmy Tommy, because that's his name now. Go ahead and change it on IMDb. Timmy Tommy, also the girls made it a safe place for him.
Yes.
And I wanted to mention that as well, that it goes both ways and that women can make men feel uncomfortable too.
Absolutely.
So them saying, okay, let's sit down, let's talk about you. And this is a safe place. And for him to free about his sexuality and share that with them meant that he felt safe too.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important for everyone all the way around to make each other feel safe.
And I mean, if that's considered woke, which it really annoys me that that's a bad word now.
How is that a bad word?
But then that's great, because what kind of world, like, yay, everybody feels welcome in just in their skin, in who they are.
I'm not asking for much,
right.
Really.
So it was really cool that the Legacy movie provided that for that character.
Absolutely.
And he was able to free himself and be open.
Yeah.
Safely.
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
I would like to talk about the fashion now.
Please? Can we please?
Of course. Do you want to start? Because I
do.
know you probably have more.
I do. Okay. So I wanted to mention something specific, and I could be so wrong on this, but I'm really curious if y'all saw this too, or maybe interpreted it in the same way. But in the slow motion cafeteria scene when they're walking in with Timmy Tommy, and Lily, our main character, is wearing this red shirt with a circle that looked like a moon to me. And you know our moon cycle.
Oh.
Last time she walked into that cafeteria, she was shameful about something that's completely natural to women and happens to all of us.
Yes.
Next time she walks in, she's really owning it.
I love that.
And I thought that was like, okay, that's kind of cute, because she doesn't wear red. That's not her color based on her element, but she was wearing red in that case. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, she was owning this part of her. She was taking back something that was causing her shame.
Absolutely.
And the women, the girls around her really helped her with that. They had a whole ceremony for her, and she was in the tub. And I just love that so much, because like you said, most of us menstruate like it's a bad word, like and it's just like, and we have to be shameful about it, and we shouldn't have to, and so it should be celebrated. Absolutely. And we shouldn't have to be a witch to do it.
Right. It's just normal girls supporting girls.
Even though I would like to be a witch.
Wouldn't we all?
God.
Right? What would your element be? A little aside.
Fire.
It's aggressive, right? Oh.
I look good in red.
I do not. So we're going to go earth, because I like some earth tones just for colors. I'm thinking about stylistically. I'm not wearing red or orange or blue.
None of that, huh? Oh, I will wear a red. And then I get to wear red lips.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And then also, the what was her name? Sorry, Tabby.
Mm-hmm.
In the new movie, she was fire.
Yeah.
And she was able to get flames out of her fingers.
Which was really
and
cool.
I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would use, like lighting candles. I don't know what I would use it for, but it's pretty cool.
The pink sands candle, you're just like, boop.
Yes, absolutely. No, I didn't even notice that. One thing about the fashion for the older movie, for The Craft, when they were outside of school, the girls, and they went on the bus and first said my favorite line of the movie, "We are the weirdos, mister." The girls were wearing like sundresses with baby tees underneath and boots, and that felt accurate to me. Okay. I remember wearing that. I remember walking through school, seeing the girls wear that. And that made me feel really good because we were talking on our last episode about Clueless and Do Revenge and how it was a heightened version of what people were actually wearing. But that felt like what we were actually wearing.
Good. Yeah, I feel the same way. Even for mine, it felt accurate for the times. Lily's was out of the box, I will say.
She dressed like a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah, like...
a 40-year-old corporate woman.
Yeah, the mock necks and everything. You don't have to be modest here. This is school. But for the most part, I do say it was accurate. I know that Avery Plews, the costume designer for Legacy, she said that the way that girls dressed currently when they were making the movie was accurate to what the costumes were like in The Craft, the first one. True. So dressing them in something that is still very accurate wouldn't make them very different. Right. And wouldn't make them stand out because it's just normal. Right. That's how we dress now. That's so she had to switch it. And she had to make it so they were more element focused. And so that's why they had so many colors on to just reflect the elements. So they really didn't go into that grungy feel. And I was wondering why. Because
you did mention that when we were watching it. You were like, where is the grunge?
I need the grunge. But it had to be different. And back then, grunge was different. Now, grunge is normal.
True. It's very true. Because when we were watching Clueless and Ty showed up and she was all grungy and everything. And I was like, oh, well, that's how we dressed. You know, that looked familiar. And the girls at the school were like, ew, you need to change it. So it was fun seeing true representation. Exactly. But that makes sense why she didn't do it for the new movie.
Yeah, because I was really, really curious. I was like, we need that grungy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a line that I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
With the first movie, when she was like talking, I'm linking it to beauty standards.
Okay.
And so during a beauty spell, they asked all the girls what they wanted to do. And Nancy was like, I don't know, a smaller ass. And she already had a small butt. But it's so funny because I do remember that too. I remember there being like people who had already small hips, small butt, but they wanted to be smaller. And then other people were like, bring on the butt, bring on the hips. Yeah. And how that has shifted now. Yeah. And it's cool to be curvy.
Yeah. You want the curves, really.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just thought that kind of shocked me. Of all the things that we saw going on in The Craft. Right.
The sacrifices,
all of that, the racism. I was like, beauty standards. Beauty. Like, that was crazy. She wanted a flatter butt. That was just a little aside.
But no, I get that completely because it's changed so much. And it changes every single generation. Like, we all have things that we want. And
exactly.
What decade was it where they wore the pointed bras and it was like, boop?
The 50s.
The 50s? Oh, no.
Yeah, no cones.
No cones. None of that. We don't like it, but we want like rounder things nowadays.
Right. And it's not so big to push them up.
Exactly. No.
Yeah, because
that's not comfortable.
I mean, I'm sure there's still push-up bras, but I remember there was a time when you couldn't buy a bra without some push-up in it.
Really? No.
Yeah.
No. Not for me personally, no.
Because as we've already established, we are about comfort.
Yes.
Cute, but comfortable.
Absolutely. So yeah, I get it. I get why it was jarring.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have any other fashion things you want to talk about?
I did, actually. So I could be completely wrong about this one again.
You're doing pretty good, though. Your track record's pretty good.
Well, thank you. But Lily's earrings in Legacy, they looked a lot like Nancy's earrings in the first movie.
Really?
Yeah. So they had sort of like the upside down cross thing going on. Lily's was shaped like it, but Nancy actually had an upside down cross.
Okay.
And it looked like they were very, very similar. And I was like, oh, this is giving it away. And I thought you were going to pick it up. I was like, oh, she's going to figure out that Lily is Nancy's daughter because of the earrings.
Spoiler alert.
Oops. It came out in 2020. I'm going to be mad at y'all if it was a spoiler. But
no, I did not. I didn't put 2 and 2 together for some reason. And if once you are done with your thought, I have a thought about that.
Oh, please. That was all my thought. I want to hear your thought.
So we've watched 2 movies in a row, or 2 sets of movies in a row, where the original version, the 90s version, just told a story, right? So Clueless just told the story about this girl, Cher, and what was going on with her. And The Craft just told this one story. But the modern versions of them both had twists.
Yeah.
Big reveals.
True.
And it just makes me wonder, like, is this the kind of storytelling that we have to tell now? Because it's, for me personally, as a writer, I love a twist. Like, I will throw that in something that probably doesn't even need one.
Right.
But kind of like Do Revenge.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it didn't need that, but it was great. It was a great twist.
Yeah.
But is that something that's being pushed nowadays by gatekeepers and decision makers? Or is it just the way that audiences want stories to be told these days? Because I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Like, how do you feel about twists in
and
movies?
Why do you think they're pushing it so hard? I think maybe the only thing I can think of is our lack of attention span and how something has to happen every 5 seconds. And so if they reach the end of the movie and it's like, okay, it just ended without a big, oh my God moment that'll make you keep thinking about it, then it's not going to be rated as highly.
That's a good point.
You know, because we need something to spike our adrenaline every 5 seconds. It's like, all right, chill, y'all. You can relax. But
oh my God, you guys would not be able to survive those long title sequences that we had back in the day.
I barely survived. Every time we watched the old movie, I'm like, oh.
You're like, are they still introducing people?
My goodness.
Get to
I
the
went
story.
through 50 TikToks while it was still going. Like, hurry up.
Put your phone down.
But yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of, really.
No, that's a good point. And that makes a lot of sense because, I mean, I find myself too, I'd be like, okay, that's it. You know, our attention span, our appetite, how we digest movies has changed, you know, because we have been seeing back and forth just older movies. They didn't pay as much attention to plot holes and, you know, things that you might see on screen because audiences, we were less sophisticated in that way. And that's not a knock. That's not a negative. It just, we were watching to be entertained and it was all new and interesting. But now audiences can pause, zoom in. What does that piece of paper say? Where did she come from? Why does she do that? It's just constant asking questions instead of just sitting our asses there and watching the show.
Like, no, I need to know everything.
Exactly.
If this is its own universe, I need to know everything. All the rules, all of it.
Everything. Because then I need to make some TikToks about it. And I need to join a forum and have conversations. And I'm not knocking that. I am in those conversations. I love it. I am such a nerd. But it's just so funny to me that we used to just watch. And that was it.
And that was it.
And that was our engagement.
Yeah. Purely for entertainment.
Yeah.
I can agree.
So there's something I really want to talk about.
Yes.
And I stopped myself from saying it first.
Please. I'm nervous.
Rachel True.
Oh, please.
Yes. So how she was treated during the promotional run for The Craft needs to be talked about.
Absolutely.
Because she's talked about it publicly. And I got these all, you know, from articles where she was quoted. But basically she wasn't included in the promotions. And to the point that the MTV Awards invited the 3 other girls, but they had to be asked to invite her. And she said that her reps told her not to make a big deal about it at the time, but she admitted that Black actors weren't pushed to the point of being A-list or elevated the way that white actors were. And so she understood what was going on, but she's billed. She's on the poster. Her name is there. Yeah. And you were making appearances without inviting one of your core 4.
Like, she is one of the 4. How can you miss her?
Exactly. And she was one of the original girls in the group. Sarah was added. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just find that really fascinating that that was another thing that was just accepted. It was, nobody asked any questions. Nobody who was interviewing those women were like, wait, where's Rachel True?
Yeah, no, none of that was said. So that's more of a problem than if you had something to do with it too. Complicity is like, it's worse, in my opinion.
Seriously. That, because somebody's going to do whatever they're going to do. But if you're not going to say anything, then yeah. So that I just wanted to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, and that it did happen. Yeah, we love this movie, but it was kind of Sade behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So
she the role was not written for a Black woman, but she really, really wanted the role because she had also a history in magic, whatever you call it, but she was really fascinated, interested in it. And so she asked her reps to submit her, and her first rep did not. And so she fired him.
Period.
And got a new rep, and she got in, and she clearly was the right for the role because she got it.
Absolutely.
And I think that it elevated the story because they gave her a villain who was laser focused on her.
I mean, like
she made it her mission to torment her. And so the get back felt really good.
Yeah.
It felt
really good.
Really, really good. But in her friend group, what I really appreciated is she was just one of the girls.
Yes.
There was no separation whatsoever from her and any of them. I mean, Nancy was poor and it was never really discussed. So she won. So her mom got some money, not one, but her partner died and left them some money.
Yeah.
And I had to look this up and do my, because, I'm all interested in like budget and all this stuff. So this has to do, so Nancy's stepdad died and left them $175,000. And so in my memory, it was like $1 million because I remember them moving into a high-rise apartment, all new furniture, new clothes. She was driving a cherry red convertible Mustang. And I was like, so in my head, my memory, I was like, God, she must have gotten like buku, right?
How much is that?
$360,000 in today's money.
Can barely buy a house in Ohio.
And they were in LA. And I was just like, what?
Kidding me?
So that was funny.
Hilarious.
To look at right now and see.
They could have put more money on that, right?
They could have. I mean, why did that 175?
Why?
Just
why
choose
so
another
specific
number
too? I mean, bump it up.
So I thought that was hilarious.
I was like, sketchy.
The first thing I did, we were still watching the movie, and I was like, how much is $175,000 in today's money?
Not a lot.
Because it was not what I thought it would be. It's still $360. That's good money. Yay, it's a nice windfall, but
that's hilarious.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I just had to talk about that.
Because it's hilarious and unrealistic. And then again, they would have had to account for that nowadays. But just write a number on the page and we're good.
Exactly. Exactly. So I had a fun fact that I wanted to tell you about.
Please.
Okay. So you remember on The Craft when the girls were going for Sarah and she was surrounded by all those snakes and bugs and everything?
Yeah.
They used real snakes and bugs. 10,000 snakes.
Are you kidding? No.
10,000.
No.
And they use actual tarantulas and just all those roaches. They were everywhere.
Can I have a stunt woman?
Seriously, though. But they did it because back then, special effects CGI was more expensive than hiring an animal wrangler and bringing in all those live animals.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
It is the opposite now.
It is the total opposite now.
Oh my God.
But because it was still new technology and not everybody knew how to do it, it was really expensive. And so they it was cheaper to bring in 10,000 snakes.
Oh my God.
So
I hope they didn't lose any of them.
Ew.
Did they count them?
I don't, seriously, like
one, two.
It's like I can't leave until I have all 10,000 snakes.
And roaches and
roaches.
No.
Got to put a clause in the contract. Be like, no roaches.
No, absolutely not. But I wanted a fandom moment real quick before we move to our takeaways. And I want to know if y'all thought that the sort of black eyes from Adam the Warlock in Legacy kind of look like the demon eyes in Supernatural. Even the sound effects. And I hope we can add it, just like transition, it looks exactly the same. And I know I'm not alone. I wanted to say that.
Oh, that's funny.
It looks just like it.
The obsession she and her sister had with Supernatural. Didn't it hit its 20 years?
Yeah, something like that. Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God. But all I got to say is Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki.
She loves you. She loves you.
But yeah.
Okay, so we are going to do our takeaway.
Yes.
Oh, wait, before we do, we didn't talk about St. Laverne Cox.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So we were watching the movie Legacy, and they were about to do their first major spell together, and they were in the woods, and they opened up this box, and I was like, who is that? And at first I thought it was RuPaul, and I was like, no, go back. And it was Laverne, and I was like, oh my God.
They had St. Laverne Cox inside the box.
I love it. Because she's queen.
She is the queen, and I need that. And now I need it. I need a candle. I need whatever.
A candle?
Yeah.
Love it. But I love that.
Okay. Takeaways.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Gen Z. Come on.
I have faith in you.
That seemed like a little like she didn't have faith, but my takeaway was find solace in like-minded people. Mm-hmm. And people was in all caps, regardless of gender, sexuality, race, or financial standings. Find the person that gets you and that you feel safe with.
Love that. Because then you can create your community.
Exactly.
It's okay to curate your life just like you curate your feed.
Yes. You should curate your life more than your feed, really. Like, It's real life.
These are humans that you actually talk to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, mine is pretty simple. Character over everything.
Over everything?
So if you build the characters, everything else tends to fall into place. And so that's for movies and TV, but also for your life. Like, build your personal character, and then everything else will fall into place.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
All right. To the producer.
Dun, da, da. Dun, da,
oh my God, push the button.
Okay. You would let me soak in it. Like,
No, because it's war now.
That's hater activity.
We are tied neck and neck. I gotta step it up, guys.
Yeah.
We cannot let the youngins take us.
We're gonna. It's happening.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time, loves. Thank y'all.
Love you. Bye.
We appreciate you watching Our Two Gens. Please subscribe to this channel to get notified when new episodes drop weekly. You can find our podcast on Spotify and Apple. And don't forget to subscribe to Our Two Gens on Patreon and join the conversation on Discord.